I told myself I was going to wait till tomorrow morning to do this overview of the conference, but now I can't. I can't wait. I gotta do it tonight. It's like 11:30, almost 11:25. Do this review, cover everything that I saw. In case you missed it, sorry, this video might be a little quiet because I got other people sleeping in the house and it can't be too loud. Because that's why I wanted to do it tomorrow, because I have the whole house to myself. I can just like scream as loud as I can. Don't have to worry about nobody else. But I'm just be a little quiet. So to play, this is the Sony conference. I actually did, the Microsoft conference came first, but I'm just gonna do the Sony conference. Cause that was the news that's fresh on my mind. I got both written down, in my notes or whatever. And I just gotta do the Sony conference first, but I just got to do it first. So started late. The conference started like 9:20. It's supposed to start at 9 from the live stream. That was it's kind of weird. One thing I always like about Sony conferences is that in the beginning, when they start, they always have like the appreciation say thank you for coming. It always seems more fluid, more natural. Even Microsoft conferences, everything seems so scripted, but Sony's always seems more appreciative, and everything just seems more fluid as far as their like thank yous go. But yeah, let's get that out of the way. First off, they start off with PS Vita news or games. Have God of War 1 and 2 HD remakes coming to the Vita, and a Final Fantasy X HD remake coming to the Vita. So if you're a Vita owner, get excited. That's pretty good news. Next, they show some upcoming PS3 games. I don't remember the name of them, but like The Last of Us, like that. Last of Us, Beyond Two Souls, GTA 5. They also showed this exclusive bundle with GTA. I forgot what it was like. It was like $200 or $150. I think it was $200. The bundle. But there's also this exclusive PS3, I guess, headset with GTA 5 headset you can get for the PS3. That's exclusive. Yeah. So now we're moving on to they actually showed the console, the PS4, how it's gonna look. It's basically like two rhombuses on top of each other. It's basically what it is. It looks very small. It's pretty small. I don't have anything off the rip to show you what it looks like, but it's basically two rhombuses, maybe this big rhombuses on top of each other, separated like by a little space. He like basically showed it, held it in his hand, showed it like the whole thing. Maybe about this one, I don't know, I don't really remember. But yeah, he showed how it looks okay. It looks like it could fit anywhere. So it's a nice design. Design is really not that important to me because it's all just freaking aesthetics. This is where he got it. This kind of like the entertainment part got into hand with the PS4. He talked about these new programs, some kind of new program with the PS4. Some entertainment program that's coming exclusive to the PS4. I don't really remember the details. I don't think he touched much on it anyway. But then he got to this Music and Video Unlimited, which basically it's almost what it seemed like to me was like Netflix, or PS4's own Netflix. That's what it seemed like to me. He said renting movies or whatever and doing the same for music. And he said all these other apps that were coming to the PS4. You got Redbox, Live Event Viewer, and Flickster with some of the apps coming to PS4, PS3. Not just PS4, not just PS4, PS3 also. So that's pretty neat, But it's more entertainment, entertainment I don't really care about. But that's pretty much it. They spent like maybe 15 minutes at 15 minutes at the most talking about entertainment. Right back into the games. He said 20. I don't know if it's right. Is he trying to change that at the end? But he said 20 games in the first year of the PS4, and 12 of those games will be brand new IPs. I'm pretty sure it's more than 20 because he went back and said like 140 or something like that. I don't know. But he said 20 games in the first year. That's what I've written down, and 12 of those 20 will be brand new IPs. The first one he showed was this game called The Order of 1886. Very weird. He showed a trailer. It was very confusing. It was like, at first I thought it was gonna be like based in the old times. But I don't know. I saw things in the sky. I don't know if there were aliens or not. It was very intriguing, very intriguing. So yeah, we have to keep out on the lookout for that. Next was a Killzone Shadowfall trailer. What else? What else? A racing game. I forgot the. I think it was Devil Run or something like that. Infamous Second Son trailer. It's like 4 or 5 games, just trailers, new PS4 games. He also said that Killzone Shadowfall will be available at launch, which is good. Nice blockbuster game. And Infamous Second Son will be available the first quarter of 2014. If I said that, that's what he said correctly. Because he had a foreigner, and I don't want to say foreigner. That sounds kind of, but the guy you can tell English was his main language, and I think he's at quarter 1, 2014. And next we have this next. I don't know if this is a game or not, but because he said something about showing off the facial features and whatnot of the PS4. I could do good with facials. I think I don't remember 100%, but it was a thing called the Dark Sorcerer. And it was like at the first I thought it was a game, and the beginning was like this guy recording some game or recording himself. Well, first I thought he was talking, and he was talking just like a sorcerer, and then it cuts like him like a freaking TV show or something. Like had to see a green screen, see this guy friend Maurice, some alien. I don't know. I don't really know what was the purpose. I think it was to show face feature. I think it was real people that were recorded, and they put him in as that. I don't remember. Yeah, the Bastion. The people that created Bastion are coming with a new game called Transistor, which will be coming out in 2014. And then this is where he got, Sony kind of got into the indie portion of the PS4. He said that indie people will have the ability to just self-publish their own content. And then one of the things I really liked about, one of the highlights of the show for me, one of the things I really liked was he showed like 8 or 9, 7, 8, 9 just different publishers did live gameplay. He was just naming one after another after another after another. Just all up there, just playing their indie games. I think that was great. Just it was live gameplay, like I said, live gameplay, all of them. Just basically showing indie developers we do support you. We give 100% support. Here's an example. Next we had the Final Fantasy 15 trailer. I guess they changed the name. And then we had a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. So all you Kingdom Hearts fans, I haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game. Like I said, I was an Xbox person growing up. So I got a PS2 now, so I guess I can catch up on the PS2 games I missed. What was next? You see, Assassin's Creed 4 demo. It kept freezing up the game, kept freezing up certain times, and this is another problem with another demo I'll get to later. Technically, the sound went out a couple of times. I think this is just more of because it was a demo, maybe PS4, but not the actual game. I don't think the actual game going to freeze up. But yeah, so the Assassin's Creed 4 demo looked nice. What can I remember? Looks like Assassin's Creed 4 game. Everything looks nice. Graphics look nice. Gameplay looks interesting. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And Watch Dogs. No, I'm stuttering. That's the game I'm looking forward to. Watch Dogs. That game looks pretty freaking amazing. Had an actual demo from Ubisoft. They came out and played a demo. Basically, had a guy helping his friend through all these computers and cameras, helping him get out of the way of trouble, help him avoid law enforcement and whatnot. All these security. Pretty neat. Check it out. Next, we had a 2K14 trailer with LeBron, basically showing off the facial or the graphics. Basically, LeBron, the real life LeBron, was talking to the character LeBron from the game. It was alright, nothing too special. And next we have Elder Scrolls Online, coming out in spring 2014. Bethesda came out, basically talked about that for not too long. Basically just said Elder Scrolls Online will be coming. It's not exclusive, but the PS4 will get the beta first. So, there's something about Mad Max. Oh, yeah, it was like the trailer. This guy was on the ground. He's about to die, I guess. And I guess Max, the main character, he had a shotgun, like a double-shelled shotgun, and one of the shells was missing, I guess. But he decided not to shoot him, or I guess he couldn't. So he runs over him. It was very weird. Don't really get the trailer at all. It wasn't gameplay. It was just a cutscene. I mean, Peter about to go out on me. Yeah. So that was Mad Max. And this is where basically the highlights of the show. Like, this is where the show just went from. It went from like here to just like all the way up. Like, the show just got really awesome because this is what Microsoft needed to do. Basically, let me tell you, Sony came out and blatantly just said they support there are no restrictions on using, none. No restriction, no fees. Oh, I'm freaking kicking the camera. No fees, no problem, just no restriction. They said PS disc-based games can be traded, sold into a friend, or it's kept forever. You don't need it. They'll say you don't need it. Disc-based games do not need to be collected or connected online to play. You don't need to have every 24-hour update. None of that stupid garbage. This also said you don't need to periodically check in for it was funny because they were jabbing basically at Microsoft, basically saying how you know how people Microsoft never gave a clear answer if if you didn't check in after 24 hours, what would the console do? Like, a breakdown. And the guy was like, basically, our console will still work if you don't check in if you don't check out after 24 hours. And at this point, the crowd just went crazy. There was actually a Sony chant, like, it was Sony. It was hype, man. It was just, at least, because if Sony when it came out said restrict used games, that would be like so bad for like the gaming market, because now you have to either way you got to deal with the used games problem. But they came out fully no restrictions. And the ironic thing, while it gets at the end, PlayStation Plus memberships will carry over to PS4, another plus. And then at the end, to end it all, we had a Destiny gameplay premiere. Hey, this game looks freaking awesome. To be honest, it's like a mixture of Halo and BioShock. That's what I got. That's the impression I got. It's like Halo and BioShock, like, meshed together, like the abilities and the first-person aspect. One of the things I do want to mention about it is the public event. It's like it's like there were a group of people that were playing in their game, and like they joined another group of people like event. That was like really cool. I guess that's a public event. Now I don't know if this is part of the story or there's some other mode where you can do this, but he basically just went and joined another group of people. I don't know how this is gonna work or how they're gonna implement it, but it looks really neat. Be a very interesting idea. There's also upgradable guns. They showed Fallen and Ghost. I think are two of the characters. Oh, Ghost, like this thing that you throw out and it helps you. I think that's what it is. So you throw out the ghost and it assists you and whatnot. And then basically he said PlayStation Cloud. After that, the PlayStation Cloud service will premiere in 2014. I don't really care about that. And then to end everything off, they announced the price point. Now this is a very big deal because, as we know, earlier Microsoft announced their price point is $500. That's the launch price. Sony came out and guess how much it's gonna cost. This system is gonna launch at $400. That's $400. And after that, it was just like everybody in the crowd just like, here, where's my wallet? Everybody in the crowd was just like, here, just take my money, and pick that up. Yeah, that's everybody in the crowd just cheering, just massive cheering. Everybody in the crowd just be like, take my money, here, Sony, you can have it. Console war is won. You won the console war. And they really did. Like, it's like they just did everything that we want. It's like the obvious things. Like, they came out, said we will not restrict used games. Microsoft didn't even acknowledge this problem at all during the conference. They didn't acknowledge it. That was like, and then Microsoft canceled the roundtable where the media could ask what. It's like Sony just did everything they needed to do to show that they are still true to the gamers, to the hardcore fan base, and to the casual fan base. That it's crazy, man. How it looks like this console war. It looks like Sony's gonna get it easily. I don't see Microsoft getting this console war. Sony has the cheaper platform, and we all know how bad of a crisis Sony's going through financially. I think they'll make this up, or this is gonna help them a lot. As far as bad things go for this event, honestly, I was kind of bored until they started announcing about these used games. I was a little bit bored, I think, but that could be contributed to because it was 10 o'clock and I was kind of sleepy. I was a little bit tired. It was in the Microsoft event. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm wide awake or whatever. But this event, I was just a little bit bored, a little bit uninterested. But yeah, but once they started announcing these like no use game restrictions, I was like, okay, that's when I really woke up. This got really interesting. The crowd was this Sony chant. How much time I got? 15 minutes. Oh, it's gonna take forever to upload. Yeah, I'm pretty much wrap this up. Overall, Sony, do what you had to do, and it looks like they've won the console war. This is my Sony impressions video of their E3 conference. I'm Mr. Tuga, and I'm out. Peace. Next will be the Microsoft.